Bobbie Bailey here with M Agency. So I'm both the founder and president of M Agency, a full-service marketing agency. Why that matters in this YouTube series is that I am going to be talking about emotional intelligence and how EQ/EI matters to marketing. Emotional intelligence in marketing is a key piece that we should all be thinking about if we consider ourselves marketing professionals. It is the way of the future. I think everybody that is headed in the future direction of marketing is talking about how EQ is going to impact marketing in the future. So I want to talk in very practical ways about how marketing with emotional intelligence can impact your bottom line and really support your product or service. So today I just want to rip open what is emotional intelligence. And for me, if I was to chalk it into one word, it would be awareness. So emotional intelligence is something that I have brought into my business the last several years, and been working with my staff, been working with my customers, and just really having an awareness of who each individual person is and how the product interacts with, or the service interacts with, those individuals. So emotional intelligence is a vast, huge word that means so many things to so many different people, but when really talking about what it means to your business, what it means to your product, that's what I'm going to rip into in this YouTube series. So just giving a clear definition of what emotional intelligence means, I brought a definition from Dr. Daniel Goleman. He really broke it into 5 different categories, and emotional intelligence is first starting out with self-regulation, empathy, social skills, motivation, and self-awareness. And so when thinking about those 5 bullet points, what does self-regulation mean? Self-regulation is really knowing and being able to anticipate the behavior, whether that be your behavior, your team's behavior, or your product and services behavior. So really anticipation and predicting what the future of that is going to be with connecting to the consumers or the management. So there's lots of different ways that self-regulation can be brought in with marketing and business. Empathy. So really being empathetic and feeling and understanding, whether that be your team or the product or service, and knowing how it's going to be received and how people are going to connect to it. So being empathetic is a very emotionally intelligent behavior. Social skills. So understanding in any different setting how you should behave, your team should behave, or your product or service should be introduced. Social skills are critical. Every different social aspect or cultural is going to be needing a very different introduction of your product or service. So really having high social skills with the marketing and business. Motivation. So understanding how to motivate yourself, motivate your team, or have people be motivated by your product or service. So motivation is a very emotionally intelligent aspect. And then self-awareness, which I brought up earlier. If I could break it into the one key piece, and just being super aware of both the flaws and the good parts of both yourself, your team, and your product or service. So understanding and being aware. Self-awareness is something that is lacked greatly. Just really looking at things for what they are and not being afraid of seeing the good or the bad, because if you look at it before you roll out different things, different product, service, if you look at things truly as they are and you're aware, you're able to then connect to the good pieces and head up a discussion around the lacking areas or the less ideal parts of the product or service or your team. So really being aware is a critical piece of emotional intelligence. So thank you for listening to my new YouTube series today. Like I said, I'm going to bring in some really practical pieces for how to use emotional intelligence in business moving forward. So have a fantastic week. It's going to be a beautiful day here at M. Thank you.